Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for some. Thank you for joining our webinar. We're very excited to have everyone joining us. We'll maybe give it a few more minutes until we see everyone joining us. We're already at 80 participants. We're expecting today 200 participants. So that's a big webinar. Thank you for joining the Trebas and the Global University System webinar. I have with me a lot of my colleagues from different institutions. We'll be introducing everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here on time. Just so that everyone knows, in today's webinar, the chat option will not be available. However, we have a Q&A option. So if everyone needs to communicate with us or say anything or has, of course, a question, you can put it in the Q&A option. And of course, we have a big team supporting our webinar. So we'll make sure to answer all your questions at the end of our webinar. Thank you for joining us. We have a presentation. Let me share my screen. Right. Can you all see my screen? Is it visible? Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So I think we can start. So thank you for joining us. My name is Rasha. I'm the Associate Director of Trebas Institute. I am today surrounded with a lot of my colleagues from Trebas and other institutions. And of course, I think a lot of you have been waiting for such a webinar. We are here, of course, to tell you what Trebas is doing in light of all the changes in Quebec. And I think everyone by now is aware of the changes. And of course, we'll be also as Global University System Group, we'll be giving you options. We know that a lot of students are reaching out to you, particularly the students that were about to start in the future at Trebas. So we will be exploring all the options. Of course, you will have questions about each option. So we'll be also sharing with you the contact person for each pathway that we have. And then, of course, you will be able to know who to reach out to in case you are interested in those pathways. So let me introduce my amazing colleagues that I have with me today. I am Rasha. I'm the Associate Director of Trebas Institute. I have with me Sol Herrera. She's the Associate Director of Latin America and the Caribbean from TSoM, Trebas, and CCTB. I have Haniel Freire, the Associate Director of Brazil. Today, he will be covering the Fleming College option. I have Gabriela de la O joining us from the Niagara College. She will be also joining Sol by giving more information about the TSoM and Niagara pathway. I have Michelle Cripps with me, the Associate Director of Latin America and Caribbean from University Canada West. I have Luciana Duarte, the Associate Director of Brazil from University Canada West. And I have Paula Balf, our Senior Business Developer Manager from Latin America, covering today the Fleming College pathway with Haniel. Thank you, everyone. So I believe everyone is very familiar with the Global University System. Today, we will be covering the Canadian institutions that we have. Mainly, we will be covering, of course, Trebas. We will be covering Toronto School of Management. We will be covering University Canada West. And of course, there's an option that I believe everyone is very familiar with, which is the Canadian College of Technology and Business, CCTB. So we have not included this option in our presentation. However, as you all might already know, this is a school that is very specialized in technology, so in IT programs. And as Trebas has IT programs, so you probably have a pipeline in the IT programs. So if you want to know more about how you can transfer students from IT background to another Canadian institution, CCTB is definitely a good option. So let me start by how Trebas adapted to the changes in Quebec. So as you all know, there have been some changes that were official on June 13, so I believe 3 weeks ago, that affected a little bit the regulation, the immigration regulation, mainly for the postgraduate work permit. And of course, I mean, our main goal as Trebas Institute is definitely to still give quality education, quality services to all our international students. And therefore, we have adjusted a little bit, of course, to accommodate students that their main objective is the postgraduate work permit. Just to tell everyone, Trebas is still going to have the same intakes, so the 4 intakes per year. We are adjusting the duration because initially the duration of our programs was 2 years program. Now with the changes, there's no point of keeping it of 2 years. So we are changing a little bit our schedules. We're changing the duration for our future intakes. But now let me tell you what we have done to your enrolled students at Trebas. So we have been working very hard with all the operational and academic team to accommodate all our active students. So any students that enrolled at Trebas in the past, so in 2021, 2022 intakes, we have changed the academic calendar. So we have communicated directly with the students to tell them how we are changing their schedules, how we are changing their academic calendars, so that we can grant them an end date by August 31st, 2023. And so far, the response from students is amazing. Everyone is very happy with the support that we have been giving them. So I believe for all the enrolled students, we have a very solid plan. To support those enrolled students even more, we are giving all students a graduation scholarship. So of course, on top of the initial scholarship that those students received in their LOA, so we had the Americas grant, we had a lot of scholarships that were available for our international students, but on top of it, we are supporting those students with the graduation scholarship, and the amount of the scholarship depends on the length of the studies that the student would have done by end of August 2023. So the shorter the program, the bigger the scholarship is, and that additional scholarship is definitely a good initiative, and students are very happy about it. And it goes from $1,000 to $3,000 on the total tuition. So now let me tell you about the intakes that we currently have at Trebas. So of course, if you have students that have CAQ and study permit approved, definitely the good option is to have them start their program as soon as possible at Trebas. And to support our partners and students, because we know the delays are still, the CAQs and study permits are still coming. So to maximize the chances of having as much student as we can in this intake, we have pushed the start date. So the start date of the intake, the July intake, is July 18. And we are giving 2 late arrivals so that students, if they get their documents past July 18, they can still join our July intake. So we will still accept students till August 1st. So we still have a month and a half to go. That's very good. So I suggest really everyone to verify the status of the CAQ, the status of the study permits. We are getting approvals every day. So just please make sure we upload those documents on the GUS Gateway portal. And the available program in this July intake is e-commerce and online business management, computer security analyst, and analytics, big data, and business intelligence. So we are opening those 3 programs in July intake. To support you even more and to support the students even more, we are creating a new intake in August 2022. Starting on August 29. So any student that have a CAQ that is valid after August 1st, it's not too late. We can still have them join our August intake. We will be offering the e-commerce and online business management. The reason why it's the only program that will be open, it's because it's our shortest program. It's the 1,110 hours. And that program, by giving a schedule on 20 hours a week, we can grant an end date by August 31st, 2023. So those are very good options for, of course, any students that you get with the valid CAQ, valid study permit. definitely, I mean, the go-to option is at Trebas. We have the July 18th and the August 29th. Those students will be granted on August 31st, 2023. And of course, all those students, especially the students that initially had a 2 years program and were changing to 1 year, it's not 1 year, it's 14 months to be more precise. They are getting a contract amendment, so we are sorting everything out. So this is what we currently have at Trebas. Of course, we have future intakes. So we still have the September 2022, we have the January 2023. So the intakes are still running at Trebas. Of course, we know that since the postgraduate work permit is applicable as of September 1st, 2023. So basically the new regulation says that any student finishing their program after September 1st, 2023, they can still study. So that's not a problem. But the duration that is eligible to the postgraduate work permit is the duration that is studied up to September 1st, 2023. So this is where if you get students that want more than 1 year PGWP, this is where as Global University System, we're coming with options, with pathways, and we will be explaining it to you today. So for the future pipeline, so any student that will not be able to start in July or August at Trebas, and of course, I mean, are mainly interested in the postgraduate work permit. Today, I have with me my colleagues from Toronto School of Management, Niagara College, Fleming College Toronto, and then University Canada West. So just to explain to everyone that since we are all in the same group as Global University System, we want to make your life easy. We don't want you to go through the hassle of refunding students, of going through all this hassle. So we, of course, if the student decides to change institution, so if the student decides to finally go to, let's say, Toronto School of Management, we will be transferring the deposits that they have paid at Trebas to the other institution. So we will go through this process internally. The process is very simple. So the student first has to apply to the institution they decide to go to, and then they will get a document called offer letter. With this offer letter from the other institution, so we have to make sure they are accepted from the other institution. They will go on our refund portal. So we have a portal, the Trebas refund portal. There's an option called changing institution. So they will tell Trebas that I decided to change institution. And then when choosing this option, they will have to upload the offer letter of the new institution they decide to go to. And then our finance Trebas team will do the calculation and we will transfer the amount. In order to do that process, of course, we have to make sure that student paid a minimum of $250, which is the registration fees at Trebas. And then we will be able to do the transfers within institutions. Now, let's start with the first option that we have for your future pipeline. So any student that is not able to join Trebas in July and in August intake, and of course, interested only in postgraduate work permits. So I have Gabriela de la O with me that are gonna be able to give us more information about this option.
Thank you, Rasha, for sharing the virtual mic. Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining to all our partners from Latin America and Brazil. My name is Sol Herrera, and I'm here to present one of the options that we have created at Global University Systems Canada for your students at Trebas. So Toronto School of Management, or TSoM, as many of you already know, it's our private career college located in downtown Toronto, and we have a broad range of programs in 5 different areas, which are business, hospitality, IT, accounting and finance, and information technology. For the purpose of the opportunities and special options that we're presenting to our Trebas students and your Trebas students, we're going to be referring to one of our business programs, along with our friends from Niagara College Toronto and my colleague Gabriela de la O. At TSoM, students can work and study, and they will benefit for being in downtown Toronto, just surrounded by many of our more than 100 business partners that are ready to accept our students for part-time employment under their study permit. So the invitation is for those students that are eager to come to Toronto and take advantage of this opportunity. Gabby, over to you.
Thank you, Sol. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening for some of you. So happy to be here and be able to talk to you a little bit more about Niagara College Toronto and the offer that we as a GUS institution have for your students at Trebas. Well, as you know, Niagara College Toronto is a public-private partnership between Niagara College Canada and Toronto School of Management. So basically, we are at Niagara College campus in downtown Toronto with all the benefits that this includes for your students, such as the high employability that they will find in downtown Toronto, the career development department that we have that will help them to get with some of our business partners, as Sol mentioned, for a part-time job related to what they are studying. So at Niagara College Toronto, we have programs related to business sales and marketing, accounting, computer programming, human resources, and hospitality and tourism. All of them eligible for the PGWP. Now, Sol is going to explain you a little bit more about the Toronto School of Management option, and then I'll be back with Niagara.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabby, Rasha. So we have picked a program that is very special for your students to take so they can transfer the most amount of credits or courses towards Niagara College Toronto program. So they will benefit from an Ontario Pathway Scholarship, which has a value of $1,000. The eligible program is the Certificate in General Business Management. This is the name of the TSoM program the student can join. The English requirement is very flexible. We're only requiring EAP level 3, which is equivalent to an IELTS 5.0 or a B1. So for those students that are concerned about transferring to other institutions and they feel their English is not strong enough or not at the best level, this is a great option for them to join TSoM, take an academic program, having the opportunity to work part-time and yet improve their English skills. The intakes available are all the remainings for the 2022 year and all intakes for 2023. The original tuition for this program was $18,750. They will get a diversity scholarship because they are citizens of Latin America of $8,750. The additional Ontario Pathway Scholarship that Trebas is supporting of $1,000 to a final program fee of $9,000. Please note, there is no registration fee at TSoM, so it is free. And also the book fee or the material fee is being waived by TSoM. To be eligible, we are looking for all of those Trebas students that received a letter of acceptance prior to June 7th, and they have made a payment minimum of $250 towards the Trebas programs. Of course, they will need to do the application process with TSoM, and we will get to that very soon and meet the TSoM requirements. But as you can see already, the English admission is there and is very flexible. And then
that's a
once,
great option.
yes, it is. Once they transfer to the pathway with NCT, they will have savings as all other TSoM students, plus some other benefits that we are going to explain in the next slide.
Sure.
Thank you, Rasha. So at TSoM, your Trebas student can take the Certificate in General Business Management. They will get exempt of 6 NCT courses, which is equivalent to 18 credits. So 6 courses they're not going to have to take at the NCT, as long of course as they meet the minimum grade requirement. And the value in savings from these 18 credits, it's $3,815. The additional bursary, which is exclusively for the Trebas students, and the material fee being waived. This program has a duration of 8 months or 34 weeks, and the final cost will be $9,000. After they have completed the TSoM program, they can move on to the Niagara College program, which is the undergraduate diploma in business general brackets TSoM pathway. And I'm going to let Gabby in a bit explain a little more in detail what that means, because that's how it appears on the NCT website. The student will take the remaining 54 credits or 18 courses to complete the 2-year program at Niagara College Toronto. They will get a $4,000 TSoM alumni scholarship because it is a TSoM graduate, plus, as I mentioned, the NCT course credit of $3,115. So that program is still going to be 2 years, even though they're saving 6 courses, but they will still be studying 4 semesters or 2 years for the purpose of being eligible for 3 years PGWP. The total savings will be up to $9,065.
Thank you, Sol. Gabby, would you like to add anything regarding the Niagara program?
Yeah, well, it is important that when your students apply for this pathway, they need to specify that they will go to the pathway since the beginning, since they apply for Toronto School of Management. So we can look for the programs in a way that they both can, you know, to be on the pathway, and we can exempt those courses.
And
Now,
that
I think
can be done on the portal when they submit the application?
Yeah, when they submit the application, they can just mark it. And you can find also all the information on our website, but just keep in mind that this is a specific pathway for TSoM.
Very good, very good. So we have here some more detailed information about both programs. So this is the program of Toronto School of Management. I'm not sure, Sol, if you already covered some of this information, or you would like to go a little bit more deeper.
I'm just going to go briefly because I know I have all of my other colleagues ready to present their options. So the certificate in general business management, as I mentioned, is a 34-week long program. Is divided into 24 weeks in class and 10 weeks scheduled breaks. And this is one important piece of information here. During the 24 weeks in class, the students can work part-time up to 20 hours per week. During the 10-week scheduled breaks, the students can work full-time. Why? Because these are, again, scheduled breaks by TSoM, and they are entitled to work 40 hours per week during the breaks. The remaining intakes that we have for 2022 are July, September, and November. Class time is Monday to Thursday in the evening, and this is another benefit that students get at Toronto. They get a closed class schedule, so they can plan their time to work and then their time to have fun in the city. Our industry partner in this program is QuickBooks. So this is the tool that the students will learn, and it's built into the program, so they can add this to their resumes and say, during my program in TSoM, I learned how to use QuickBooks, which is a really widespread and commonly used software for business administration and management in Canada. On the right, there are some of the NOC or the National Occupation System in Canada, where the students can say that they can consider career opportunities after completing this program.
Good. Thank you, Sol.
No
this
problem.
This is the Niagara College program. So I'm not sure, because this is a question that I have, and I think a lot of agents and partners could have. Is this program, is this pathway, TSoM Niagara, given in the same school, same building, or do students have to change institutions or change location?
No, it is located in our current campus, that is downtown Toronto, just in front of College subway station. It's on the Educational House, which is the same building as Toronto School of Management. So the students would have the benefit of still being located in downtown Toronto and being close to all the employability options that are nearby, as Sol has already mentioned. Now, I'm going to be super quick with this information, since we talked already a little bit about it, and we still have some of the other NCT and institutions programs. So as I mentioned, this is a diploma. It is still located in downtown Toronto. It is still a 2 years program, so it will give them the eligibility for the 3-year postgraduate work permit. Our intakes are January, May, and September. And the career opportunities that the students can have are business analyst, customer and corporate service representative, entrepreneur, frontline production, government or nonprofit role, and marketing specialist. Now, it is important to keep in mind that everything that we'll be talking during this webinar will stick to Niagara College Toronto, just to the campus in Toronto, okay? We can go to the next slide. Okay, so the benefits that we will provide to the Trebas students will be the Trebas Institute Montreal bursary. This is provided by Trebas. So it is important to mention that the student will not see this bursary reflected on their NCT LOA, but Trebas will provide a letter that establishes that they will be eligible for this benefit. Now, the bursary value is 1,500 Canadian. It's eligible for all NCT programs, not only our pathway. The English requirements for undergrad is IELTS 6, and for postgraduate is IELTS 6.5, talking about academic IELTS. And the intakes that we have open are May 23 and onwards, September 2023. Of course, subject to seat availability. Right now, we have closed applications for fall 22 and winter 23. Now, the terms and conditions is, well, the bursary will be issued by Trebas Institute Montreal directly to the student. So as we mentioned, not going to be reflected on NCT LOA, but they will have a letter by Trebas mentioning this. And this will be upon successful enrollment at the second semester at NCT. Now, the students are required to upload their LOA and payment receipt from Trebas. The bursary has no cash value and cannot be transferred. And the bursary can be combined with the existing entrance NCT scholarships that I'm going to talk a little bit more about in the next slide. Now, the eligibility is that the applicants must have received the Trebas LOA before June 7th and made a minimum tuition payment of $250 towards their Trebas payment. And of course, they must apply to NCT and meet all the admission requirements. Remember, this is only for Niagara College Toronto, no Niagara College other campuses. Now, can we go to the next slide, please?
Yep.
Perfect. Now, as I mentioned, the programs located at Niagara College Toronto are going to be taken in our campus tour, in our Toronto campus, located in downtown. So this provides all the backup from Niagara College, is the same quality, the same educational excellence, but this gives them the benefit of being in downtown Toronto. And these programs were selected based on the employability that we have in downtown. So the students will be eligible for the 1,500 Trebas Institute monetary bursary, as with addition of the Latin America, Caribbean, and Brazil scholarship that we already have. That is a 3,000 scholarship for diplomas and 2,000 scholarship for certificates for postgraduate. Now, some of the programs that we have, you can see them in this chart. You can see the original price and the price that they will get after the Latin American, Caribbean, and Brazil scholarship, plus the Trebas monetary bursary. So you can see that there's a high benefit from the students, and also consider that they will be eligible up to 3 years for postgraduate work permit. The programs that we have are the Diploma in Business General, Diploma in Business Sales and Marketing, Diploma in Business Accounting, and Diploma in Computer Programming, all of them for 2-year length. And the Certificate in International Business Management, Certificate in Human Resources Management, and Certificate in Hospitality and Tourism Management, 1-year length. Now, on the chat, you can see that my colleagues are already writing all the information of our business developers in the market, Rosana Valerio for Latin America and Marilia Simois for Brazil. And well, you can also reach to me if you have any other questions. So this is the option that Niagara College Toronto is providing for the students. So please, if you have any other questions, you can write them down on the Q&A.
Thank you, Gabby. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of partners are asking what are the requirements for TSoM. I believe we have covered a little bit, but maybe Sol, if you can give us like an idea of how a student can apply to TSoM.
Yes, our application process, thank you, Rasha, it's quite flexible, as most of you on this webinar know already. But for our programs, which are undergraduate or post-secondary diplomas at TSoM or certificates, your students only need to be 18 years of age. If they are younger than 18, which I doubt, because for Trebas they were 18, they can apply while being 17, as long as the intake is after they have turned 18 years old. They need to be high school graduates or bachillerato, secundaria, depending on the country of origin. And of course, meet the proof of English proficiency, which we have mentioned before, that for the certificate in business management is 5.0 IELTS or equivalent, so level 3 or B1. To do this, at TSoM, our students can take an online English test and also an interview. So there's no requirement of having a Duolingo or IELTS or one of the standardized English tests. So just we have the ability in TSoM to evaluate your students' English level. I also want to say that students are more than welcome to apply to other TSoM programs. As you know, we have many more. We just presented here the special program that we have for the Trebas students, but if your student is interested in a different program at TSoM, please connect with the team. Most of you have my email and my WhatsApp, but I'm gonna present also my team in the region, Marcela Mariscal in Colombia and South America. There is her email and WhatsApp number. Marcela is also in the Q&A chat. So if you have any questions for all our Latin American agents that are Spanish speakers, please, Marcela is on the chat. We also have Sara Andreu, located in Mexico City, and Sara is in charge of Mexico and Central America. If you have any questions, Sara's email and on screen and WhatsApp number as well. And Gabby, last but not least on our team slide.
Gabby from Niagara College. Perfect. Thank you very much. I believe this is a great option, especially for students that don't have a very high level of English. And we know, I mean, in Latin America, that could be a good option for our students. So definitely, if students have IELTS 5.0 or less than 6.0, definitely this is a great option for our future pipeline. Thank you very much. I think now we're ready to move to our second option. And our second option is the partnership between Trebas and Fleming College. And I'm going to invite Haniel and Paula to join me to give us more details about this partnership that we have. Hi, Paula. Hi, Haniel.
Thank you.
How are you?
So
good
to have us, actually. And thank you everyone to be here with us. So my name is Haniel. I want to present myself first. I'm here together with Paola to present a little bit about FCT, Fleming College Toronto. It's going to be great to give this option actually to the students that are willing to change from Trebas to another institution. I believe I have many of my colleagues here, partners, listening to us attentively about the options that we are bringing, right, overall. And the Fleming College Toronto is a great one. Paola, you can start explaining a little bit how the PGWP works and what we are. And
hello everyone. First of all, I am Paola Val. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Senior Business Development Manager for Latin and the Caribbean. I'm based out of Mexico City. I'm sure I've already met a few of you. I'm hoping I'm going to meet the rest very soon. Rasha, can you go back to the previous slide for a minute? I want to briefly talk about Fleming College Toronto. This is the most recent public-private partnership here at GUS, which basically was launched by Fleming College and Trebas Institute. So what makes Fleming College Toronto very, very special? First of all, our program offering, you're going to see in a minute, that is very unique in the GUS portfolio. We have the most high-in-demand programs from Fleming College in a great destination that is Toronto. So you're going to see that this not only meets the industry demands, but also what your students are asking for. And the most important probably is that we also offer PGWP for all of our programs. So all those students that are really keen on having this opportunity to work after graduating, they're going to have it at Fleming College Toronto. We're going to look a little bit more into the scholarship part now with Haniel.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Haniel. So I think our partners would like to know what we're doing special for our Trebas pipeline. Of course, I mean, they already probably know what Fleming offers, but if a student from Trebas wants to transfer to Fleming,
that's awesome. What are
we offering?
That's awesome, Russia. That's yeah, the main question, right? Like that I've been getting during the last few weeks, and I want to say like it's special as well as Trebas is a PPP together with Trebas Institute in Toronto. So what makes it even special for students that you see like the Trebas logo everywhere. We are offering similar to what NCT has, like a Trebas Institute is giving a Trebas Institute Montreal bursary to the students that are willing to transfer to FCT. The bursary value is also $1,500. It's eligible for all the courses. The English requirements and the requirements of Fleming College Toronto will have to be passed by the student, so meaning the student will have to have an IELTS 6.0 for the undergraduate diploma or IELTS 6.5 to the postgraduate programs that we have. We also have intakes like that has seat availability. So we say that 2023 is the main focus here, as we are also seeing students that are from like future intakes that are willing to actually take the advantage to change to a new option. So the bursary is going to be given by Trebas. So what this means is the student will not see the bursary, the 1,500 in the LOA of FCT, right? These will be given by Trebas, and they will have a receipt given by Trebas as well. The bursary is not cash valued. So let's say the student will not be able to say, oh, no, I want to cancel. Can I get this as cash? No, it's not. It's not like this. You're going to get as a receipt paid to FCT at the end. The bursary can be combined as well with one more scholarship from FCT in this case. And the student needs to have like an LOA from Trebas from before June 7 and have paid at least $250 to Trebas Institute. We can pass again. So like to show a little bit the courses, I will start like showing what FCT also gives. Like the scholarship is the Americans Scholarship that we have with Fleming College Toronto. That is a $3,000 scholarship per year. So it depends on the course that the student is choosing. He will get $3,000 per year. That is divided in $1,500 per semester. And then we have the Trebas bursary that's going to be given by Trebas, $1,500. Paula, I will invite you to speak a little bit more and jump with me in the courses, the original prices, and then the prices without these like scholarships and the bursary like applied on.
Of course. So as I was mentioning earlier, our programs are very special and are very unique in the programs offerings that you're going to find today. So first, we have a diploma in business. This is a 2-year program, and the total tuition plus ancillary fees of this 2-year program is $35,668. Then we have a global business management graduate certificate for students that have already finished a college diploma or an undergraduate degree in their home country. This is a 2-year program. These 2-year programs are also gonna give your students the opportunity to apply for an up to 3-year PGWP after they graduate. This global business management program, it's $35,868. And then we have two programs that are also very unique, one-year programs. One is project management. We do have a lot of students requesting this type of programs. It's a one-year program, and the tuition plus ancillary fees add up to $18,134. And then supply chain management, global logistics. We also know this program is in high demand, and the tuition for the one-year program is $19,038.
That's good. I think I want to just add something regarding Fleming, because I saw this yesterday, and I think our partners would like to know about it. Fleming is also offering a scholarship for any Trebas alumni. So if you have a student that will graduate from Trebas, so now I'm talking more about the enrolled students, so students that are at Trebas, and they graduate from Trebas, Fleming is giving a $4,000 scholarship for any alumni. So any student showing that they graduated from Trebas, and of course, I mean, they have finished, let's say, one-year program at Trebas, they would have probably paid something around $13,000 to $15,000, and they need to do another one-year program at Fleming. This project management, I'm looking at it, one-year program is definitely a good option, because they can go to the one-year program at Fleming, get the alumni scholarship that GUS is sponsoring at Fleming, and then overall, it could be a very good option for our active enrolled students at Trebas. Of course, we have to make sure they finish their program at Trebas, they graduate, but once they are an alumni, I believe this is a great option for our students that already started their program at Trebas, but also will start in July and August intake. So
it is true, Rasha. It is true.
Yes.
I think you got the point, right? Like we pinpointed actually in the presentation more the American scholarship, but there is this option as well. That, for example, if the student get a project management program, it's gonna save him 1,000 more at the end. What is great for the student. If we check this side, we have the price after the scholarship. This the price already discounted. The auxiliary fees are already included as well. So if we see the project management, for example, it goes to 13,000. This using like the American scholarship. But if we change it to the one that they get when they graduated from Trebas, is $1,000 more. What is like a little bit cheaper for the student at the end.
It's a good deal after all.
It is.
Especially
It is.
That now Trebas is giving a big scholarship also on the July and August intake. So overall,
correct.
Great option.
Correct. It makes sense for many students. Many students are like staying with us at least for this 1 year now. In July, we're getting like by the day, right? Like more approval letters and people that are willing to start right away. And then it's a great option to get a 1 year program after that.
Absolutely.
Anyways,
the scholarship that I'm talking about, you can check the Fleming College Toronto website. All scholarships are there, so you can verify which student qualify. But definitely, I mean, it's another great option, another great PGWP option for our Trebas students. Thank you very much. Now, let's briefly give our partners an idea of the requirements.
Yeah, of course. So for the diploma program, we will require students to have already finished high school. So they should already have a high school diploma. For the English requirement, we do accept IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. I know many students take Duolingo, but for you to have an idea of the English level that is required, it's an IELTS 6.0, and in the Duolingo, it will be 105. That's the English requirement for the diploma program. And then on the graduate certificate program, we will require the student to already have a college diploma or a university degree. And the English requirement will be 6.5 on an IELTS test, but we are, of course, also accepting TOEFL, Duolingo, and the Duolingo score will be 115 for you to have an idea as well. And here we have, the team that is covering Latin America and Brazil. So you've already seen Danielle here with us today. Me, Paola Balf. I also speak Spanish, of course, for those of you that are in Latin America. And we have Manuel based out of Colombia. I'm going to put their emails in the chat.
We also have a Flavia that is in Brazil together with me, just to mention. Like we are also going to send here the contact information information I will send in the chat. So any of you that wants to speak in Portuguese, of course we speak Portuguese and we'll be able to help you all.
Amazing. So if you are interested in this option, make sure you reach out to those amazing person. We have put the contact information, so don't hesitate. Of course, on the GUS Gateway portal, as it's a global university portal, so you have to make sure you have a contract with those institutions. So if you don't have a contract, make sure you request one on the GUS Gateway portal, and then of course we can help you with the rest of the process. Thank you very much. I believe a lot of our partners already know about the language gallery. So the language gallery that is part of the global university system. Haniel or Paula, I'm not sure if you can give our partners, because I believe in Latin America, we're gonna need that. What are we giving to students that don't have the level of English that the institution requires?
Awesome. I can go through it. Like, it's not only for Fleming College Toronto, but also for Niagara College Toronto. We are having like this partnership with the language gallery that can give up to 6 months of free English. Like it's not as free, like the student will have to apply, they will pay for up to 24 weeks, and then they will get a reimburse, a refund, right, from TLG once they are enrolled in NCT or FCT in the second term. So it's pretty much helping them like to achieve the level of English. And most of our students from Trebas, we know that they have an English of 5.5 IELTS. So many of them, they will need another way, like they will not like be able to get an IELTS or Duolingo right away. Some of them, they will go to TSoM right away, or CCTB that we have in Vancouver. But then for Fleming and for Niagara, we're gonna need like a higher level of English. And this is a great option because they can get up to 24 weeks of English that they will pay for, and then they will get a refund in the second term of NCT or FCT. So what is great for students actually.
That's a great option. So, I mean, if you want to know more about the language gallery, you can still reach out to the same person and contact, but definitely for students that don't have the level that the institution required, the TLG is a great option. And now we can fly to Vancouver. We already saw all the options in Toronto, Toronto School of Management, Niagara College, Fleming. Now let's go to Vancouver. And of course, I mean, it's a different destination, different option, but we are trying today to give you as much options as you want to have for your students. And of course, it would be our partners' decision and students' decision to choose where they want to go. Hi, Luciana, how are you?
Hello, good morning, Racha. Thank you. I see some familiar names here, so thank you for being here and attending this webinar. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Lou. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Very excited to give you this amazing option as well for the GUS group. So I'm sure now that you have seen many awesome options that our colleagues have presented, now it's time for University Canada West to present what we have to offer, and I'm sure you will consider it in this seamless transfer that we have. So thank you for joining us. I'll briefly introduce myself. I am based in Mexico City, Michelle Cripps, Associate Director. So any of you who don't know me, I am here at your service as well, guiding you all along. We don't want this to be stressful whatsoever, so count on us to make it as smooth as possible. So thank you, Lou. If we want to go ahead with the work destination.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. So I'm Luciana Duarte. I'm the Associate Director for Brazil. So as I mentioned, I've seen some familiar names here. Thank you so much for joining, and let's get to it. We at UCW and at GUS, we want to offer you as many options as we can, as Rach mentioned. And we know that for every student, we will see different profiles, right? We've mentioned students that have a lower level of English. We'll offer some options for UCW as well. And who wouldn't want to live in one of the best cities in the world? We got this, we're really proud of it, as Vancouver is it's a really, really great option to study in Canada. And of course, UCW is located not only for our programs, we offer bachelor's and MBA programs. We'll mention this in the next slide, but before that, of course, we also are located in Vancouver, and we want to be able to show you possibilities in the labor market. So we do have options for our students, our graduate and MBA students. And once they graduate, they will be able to develop themselves in these skills. That this is a really interesting article from WorkBC. It's official from the government article. And it says how we expect to have up to 2031, 1 million new job openings. And of course, these are all highly expected that these students are qualified, so they need, of course, to be studying and have a degree or some kind of, not only the degree at UCW or at an institution, but also they will be able to get to know the community and understand more about Canada. So this way they will be entering this workforce. And this is one of UCW's main goal for this year. We're really focusing on fueling BC's tech pipeline. So tech is one of high demand jobs that we have right now. So once again, we can see salaries up to starting from $70,000 a year. So Vancouver really is trending right now. So I think it's a really good option for our students. Next slide, please. And okay, so we do offer, like I mentioned, bachelor's and MBA programs. We do have 10 different electives. So when we say MBA, please keep in mind that the prerequisite for the student is that they have a bachelor's, a secondary degree. So they can then decide in 10 different electives. Project management, HR, accounting, marketing. We have several options. So our students start as an MBA student, but then they can transfer, they can decide for one of those electives. And all of our students, we of course wouldn't just present the program itself. I know many of you already know it, but we do have for 2022 and now good news for 2023, we have scholarships, but I will mention why they're called America's Tuition and America's Grant is because in this case, all of our students that are here from the Americas, so the Caribbean, Latin America, Brazil, they have this option of receiving America's Tuition and America's Grant for 2023. So it's really a good opportunity because they don't have to apply for it. Once they are, they can start at UCW, they will be granted with this both tuitions, or America's Tuition or America's Grant. So if you still don't have these flyers and our prices, please contact us. We'll give you our emails as well. But it's important they understand they will have options, and all of our programs start with a $3,000 tuition deposit. So most Trebas students already, we understand that many of them, I've been talking to agents, they already paid that. So this will be discounted from the rest of the program. And we, like Michelle Cripps will mention in a bit, we have several intakes, so they can use this that they already paid throughout the year.
Thank you, Luciana. I believe Michelle, you have some nice offers to give.
We do. Thank you, Rasha. Thank you, Luciana. Yeah, I mean, as I was mentioning in the previous slides, we really want this to make you feel as though it's not going to be stressful whatsoever. Okay, so we know that it's a tricky situation. However, you know, here is a GUS group, here is UCW specifically. We want this to be as seamless as possible, and also offer our partners a financial aid due to the situation that we are living right now. So we have still some intakes available for 2022 students, which I know that some partners have already reached out to us to see what the process is, to see exactly how much the students would have to pay, etc., which Luciana just mentioned. The tuition fees are going to be transferred directly to UCW and it will be discounted. However, if we have students that are traveling to UCW this year and are transferring this year, then for our partners, we will offer $450 Canadian dollars for every student in 2022 that transfer to UCW. And this is obviously as a financial aid due to the situation. You know, we really want this to make it as easy as possible. However, if we do have some students that are starting in our 2023 intakes, then there is still some financial aid available for our partners, in which case we will offer them $250. So like I said, it's not a situation that anyone expected really, but as GUS Group, as UCW, we are here, you know, to help you in this seamless transfer, you know, by giving this gesture. Very important to mention though as well, this is right now only for students that haven't started at Trebas. Okay, so really important to note there in that situation. Okay, and some recap points and some important things to remember for all of you partners that maybe are working with us already or haven't worked with us yet. Just a few points to note. At UCW, we have no application fee. So, you know, that's also very important to let you know and let the students know as well. Very easy. You'll receive this application fee, this application form from any of our staff at UCW. Very easy to follow, and then you send it to us and you're good to go, but no application fee whatsoever.
Yeah. And Mitch, one thing that is important about not having the application fee is if your student is considering UCW as an option, they should apply now. So this way they can receive the offer letter for UCW, and then they can see us as an option and think of other how they're going to continue their planning. You know, so it's really important if they're already considering UCW, Vancouver was an option, or they want to continue their postgrad students with an MBA, for example, they should apply now. So we have time to send them the offer letter, and this will not cost anything to them. So they will have this option.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, Rasha, you were going to say something.
Thank you, Luciana. No, I just wanted to tell everyone, because I'm pretty sure a lot of partners are interested to know more. So you have the contact information of all the go-to person to get more information, to get more details. Of course, you have the GUS Gateway. So if you still don't have a contract with the institution, make sure you request one. And then those are the go-to persons. So I'm sure they can help you and help mainly our students. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. We hope this was helpful. Of course, myself, I'm in Montreal. I'm based at Trebas. So of course, I'm seeing a lot of names. I'm seeing some of our partners based in Montreal. So don't hesitate to come see me on campus. I am on campus at Trebas. Of course, like you see, we are a big team. And today, honestly, we had a hard time selecting the people that will be with me in the webinar. We're a huge team where everyone is there to support you. We are everywhere. So no matter where you are located, there's someone to support you on the ground. And of course, I mean, this is a start. Like Michelle said, this is a situation that, I mean, we're all adapting to. Trebas, the other institutions, partners, students. So it's normal that you are getting questions. It's normal that you are getting emails. It's normal that ourselves have questions. So we're trying to help as much as we can. Of course, if there's anything else we can do to even support you more, don't hesitate to share with us your inputs, your ideas. We are all together in this situation. And personally, I believe if there's one group that can really help in such a situation, it's definitely global university system, since we have a lot of institutions in different destinations. So we have an option for any kind of candidate. So thank you everyone. I think we are ready to take the few questions that are left in the Q&A. I'm seeing some interesting questions. I saw some questions regarding the Trebas intakes. So to be very positive, on a positive note, I can tell you that there are a lot of students that are not only interested in the postgraduate work permit. So this is the feedback that we got. We got students telling us, I don't want PGWP. I love the Trebas program. I want to do it no matter what PGWP. So just to tell you that the Trebas intakes are still going to be the same. The length of the program are going to be modified. So it will no longer be 2 years. It would be programs between 14 to 18 months, depending on the program. IT programs are a little bit longer than e-commerce and online business management. So yes, students that their main goal is not PGWP, of course, they can still come to Trebas. I'm also seeing some questions about if the CAQ is valid as of August 15. Can the student join your intake? So the answer is yes. We have created the August intake exactly for those kind of students. So if the CAQ or study permit is valid only after August 1st, they can join the August 2022 intake. We have one program available, which is the e-commerce and online business management. So that program, I believe that intake, I believe, is not yet available on the GUS Gateway portal. It's going to be available in the coming days. We are creating that intake since this is a new initiative that we have created for you. And yes, we will have an August intake starting on August 29. So any student, of course, that has a valid CAQ, valid study permit today, make sure we upload the document as soon as possible. They will join the July intake. If any document is valid after August 1st, they can join our August intake starting on August 29. So I'm not sure if I am missing any questions. I think the team can help me a little bit. I believe the back row have been amazing on answering a lot of questions. Thank you very much. The refund in case student does not meet the GUS alternative. So our refund policy is remaining as is. So we have a policy that is on our website. You can check it. Of course, when it comes to transferring within global university system, I mean, we are gonna do our best to have a seamless process transferring the deposit within institutions. Of course, there are two conditions. The first condition is to have a minimum of $250 paid at Trebas, and then, of course, being accepted by the other institutions, so have an offer letter from the institution. The student will have any penalty? So no, there's no penalty if the student goes to any GUS institution. So there's no penalty. We are here to help you. And like you see, there's a lot of additional scholarship that will be provided from Trebas to those students to help everyone. So I'm not sure if, am I missing anything? Yes, so regarding the tuition, that's a good question. So yes, we are changing the prices for the accelerated, it's not accelerated, but for the fast track programs. So yes, it would be new prices, which we will have announced very shortly. but the prices will go between $16,000 to $22,000. It's possible to do pathway with other public institutions. For Trebas, because they want Montreal. So yes, Montreal is still a very attractive destination. So we know it. I personally came as an international student to Montreal, and I'm still there 16 years later. So I can tell you, yeah, that yes, definitely it's very attractive. Now, if student finishes at Trebas and they want to go to any public institution, this is definitely a good option. You will just have to make sure you find a spot and you submit the application in the other public institution. Trebas will keep the course accelerated starting in January 2023. So we're not calling it accelerated, to be honest with you. We're more calling it, we're changing the schedule. So yes, in January 2023, all our coming intakes will no longer be 2 years program. So they will be between 14 to 18 month lengths. And of course, students will still be able to study and work at the same time. So the schedules are going to be between 20 to 25 hours a week. So yes, the duration is being modified. However, it would not be 1 year. It would be between 14 to 18 months, depending on the program. How about the LOA for the entry requirements? I'm not sure I am getting this question, but when you apply to the institution, on the offer letter, if there's a condition, you will be able to see the condition. If the students start the course of business at Trebas in August, it will be able to finish the 1 year program and apply. Yes, so that's the answer is yes. And in fact, that is the reason why in August, we are only going to give e-commerce and online business management, because this is our shortest program. So this is the only program that we can grant to have an end date by August 31st, 2023. So yes, Felipe, to answer your question, that is what we are doing. What happens when students apply after June 7 and still have not received their LOA? So if anyone applied after June 7, it's very normal that they have not received the LOA, because we are changing the length of our programs, we are changing the pricing. So everything is being revised. And that is the reason why our admissions department are not yet issuing new LOAs. It should be sorted in the coming few days. However, just bear with us, because yes, we don't want to give an LOA that is not correct, with not the right price, not the right duration, and having to changing it. So if you have applied after June 7, just be a little bit patient. You will be receiving your letter in the coming few days. If you don't receive it by second week of July, that is the maximum I'm giving. Let me know personally. I will be able to help you. Can Trebas hold the LOA until the student entered to Canada and they change the DLI inside Canada? I'm not sure the purpose of it, Elias. If you have any particular case or any particular student, we are always happy to support. We just need to understand what is the situation. And of course, we'll see if we can support with any kind of document to help you. Are we going to have access to the recording? Yes. After this meeting, everyone will be receiving the recording, as we have also partners that were not able to join us today. So yes, the recording will be shared. So I hope I answered the questions. Again, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to our panelists for being part of this amazing webinar. This has been a great teamwork. And of course, by now, you have our contact information. So if you need to know more about each of the options, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Of course, like I said, at Trebas, we are still there. The school is still open. We will still have intakes. Now, of course, July and August intake are definitely great options for our students. So let's make sure we monitor the CAQ and study permit issuance, and we upload them on the GUS Gateway portal so that we can make sure we can have as much students as possible in our July and August intake. And of course, for any future pipeline, so any student that did not start, they have questions, they want options, they want more than 1 year PGWP. Of course, you have the amazing team that I have today with me. You can reach out to them, and we can see what is the best option for each candidate. Thank you very much. Have a great day, have a great evening, have a great end of the day. And of course, let's stay strong during this period. It's just a transition, and we are here to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.